don't know what I'm doing here either, folks. Man, it's been literal months since I have streamed, and so I'm excited to see if this is even working well anymore. I don't know if there's a lag. I don't know if my microphone's coming through. I don't know if the music is playing. So this is going to be a little bit of experimentation. Try and get back in the swing of things. I used to love streaming. Like, I had so much fun streaming. And I just kind of fell off of it. I got busy with a lot of other things. And that's fine. Like, that happens, you know? It happens. So kind of trying to figure out, like, okay, like, what are we gonna do to stream? And I have a blog that I'm working on for GitLab about using static sites, GitLab pages, static sites, and seeing if there's a way that I can make a blog about that, because I use it when I'm building like example classrooms. So GitLab is free for people who want to use it for education, for learning, teaching, and things like that. So it's kind of something that, like, I'm like, hey, like, no, you can use this. It can be free for you to, you know, like, use GitLab for your classroom. You just have to, like, apply. And so there's a hope that people are going to be able to see that, like, this is something that they can, you know, use in their classroom, but I have to show them how to do it. And static sites is something that's kind of easy. Like, you can use a static site for your class to show your students, like, you know, building a web page quick and easy with a static site, or having your entire class be a static site. The lectures and the slide decks and all that stuff's available on the static site. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm showing people how to do that. So right now I'm just trying to figure out a way where I can actually see, like it feels like I can never actually see who's watching, how many people are in the stream, things like that. I feel like that's something that's really hard on OBS to see for some reason. How about Twitch stats? Is that a thing? Aha, nice. There are 0 viewers according to my Twitch stats. That doesn't seem right. No, that seems entirely right. But it also says that I've been streaming for 5 seconds, which I don't think is right at all. So, you know, it's this mix of, like, who's actually watching, and is what I'm doing useful? But at the end of the day, I end up with a video of how to make a static site. Now, it's been not a long time, but like a decent amount of time since I have made a static site. And I know that when I use Jekyll, there's kind of a funny thing in GitLab pages where you have to, like, define a couple variables to make sure that it is working correctly, because otherwise the CSS messes up, which is kind of funny to see happen, because, like, your icons will be, like, massive for no reason. And so, 1 second. The thunder we're living. So I'm just trying to see if there's a way that I can, like, you know, like, see who's actually watching on here. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? So I'm working on just opening up my app for Twitch so that I can see what's going on in the world, because right now all I have is my chat up. So it'd be nice to see number of views and stuff like that. It'd be nice to, yeah. No, don't turn on notifications. Got it. Stream manager, yeah, creator mode. Stream manager. Oh, neat. Yeah, I can have the stream manager on my phone. Hello, one viewer. Thank you for being here. So let's actually get into it and let's start talking about this static site that I'm building today. And let's see what we can do. My transitions still work. Wonderful. It's been months and the transitions still work. So this is my main GitLab. Like, this is my personal GitLab. It's got like my bots and stuff on here. And I'm inside of like the create a new project. Like when you look at your projects, you can view all your projects that you have. There's just a new project up here. So to make a static site, you go to new project, create from template, create blank project. We're gonna create from template. And like I promised, we're gonna be doing it with Jekyll today. So there's a bunch of different ways you can do GitLab pages. If you prefer Gatsby or Hugo or Pelican or Jekyll or even just plain HTML, you can create a template from those, which is fantastic. Looks like we also have Gitbook, Hexo, Middleman, lots of cool stuff. And really there's a lot of cool templates that are out there. Oh, Big Mac. No thanks. I need that deleted. Where's moderator? Listen, Jellyman, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? There we go. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Like, way too long. So far, so good. Yeah, I mean, I saw you pretty recently, Jellyman, so... but yeah, there's a bunch of different templates that are just here available for people who want to real quick make something for a project. So 31 of them are built in. Hello, Manu. But like I said, I'm doing this in Jekyll today. I feel like I ought to learn Gatsby because, like, the Great Gatsby, you know? But probably not. I also think it's funny that there's Hugo and Jekyll, because Jekyll and Hyde was written by, I think, Victor Hugo. So, but anyway, let's use this Jekyll template. We're gonna do. We're gonna call this. Let's just call it like static site practice. And then that makes your URL. We're gonna stick it in just my regular namespace, just user namespace. You can also put it into a group if you want, if you've got groups, but you know, let's go with that. And description, it's just using GitLab, if I could spell, GitLab pages live on Twitch. Hi. Make it public. GitLab, we have this thing called public by default. We try and make as much public as possible all the time. So something like this, like I don't have anything I need to hide inside here. I'm not doing anything crazy, and it's pretty much just going to be this template, and we're going to make a little static website. Now, static website is a website that doesn't have any dynamic stuff behind it. There's no changing information. It's just kind of HTML, and poof, here it is. It's live. Not very fancy, but it is just enough to get you going. And by the way, like, this is all you need. You could technically run this right now and it would work. Oh, Manu, hello. I think I know who you are now. Oh, cool, we are in the same group. I'm very excited for Team Ops. Yeah, it's me talking about the GitLab way. I'm here evangelizing, right? Team Ops is this cool new thing that I'm getting certified in. It's basically like the way GitLab works as a company. Just we're trying to show other companies and show other people that this is great. Stuff like asynchronous work and stuff like you know, less meetings, which is always great. Stuff like being results oriented. Don't worry about how much time, you know, just worry about results. And so don't make your remote employees like clock in, you know what I mean? Being able to work whenever because you are a globally distributed company, so you're not worried about like it's got to be 8 to 5. Like, no, it's you don't have to work at the same time as everyone else. You just have to get your work done. So stuff like that. And yeah, I'm excited that we're in the same group. That's exciting. So yeah, like I said, this static site this could be a website right now. And really what ends up making it work is this. So this is the CI/CD. And this little file written in YAML contains instructions for making this work. Now, you might notice something kind of interesting. This except right here in line 17, and it's also down here in line 27. But these different jobs, here's test in the test stage and then the deploy stage. To actually make it work, it runs this script, but it says only on master. Now this is the master branch for GitLab, and the master branch, if I remember correctly, on new projects does not exist. So let's see here. Oops. Let's go back to that. So static site practice. We are currently, it does automatically come with the master branch. So because it's coming from a template, it's using the same name as a branch as the original template it's based on. So since that's master, we are going to want to make a few changes. I prefer main. It's just something that I'm used to. This is kind of a cool chance to show off we have a new web IDE, for those of you who don't know. And the new web IDE is VS Code, which is, I gotta be so honest, it's pretty dope. But yeah, this is VS Code, like in my browser as the main web IDE. There's a couple features that aren't quite here yet. Extensions not quite here. Source control is pretty basic. It's pretty much just commit and go, that's it. But it's pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change both of these to main. I only want it to run on main. Now, you'll notice as that keeps popping over there, down here, it's on master, right? Which, long time no see, thanks for coming through. So it's still on master down here, so we need to change the branch to main. So we're going to go here and see, it's like we can't quite select a branch to check out, but when we go here, these changes, I'm gonna go ahead and say, oh, I can't spell. Change, there we go. Changing to main instead of master branch. I'm gonna commit and push, and I'm gonna say, yes, commit to a new branch. Okay, enter to confirm your input. So I don't want it to be called master patch EE92. I want it to be called main. Right, just type that right there, new branch. Success. Your changes have been committed. Go to project. So you'll see master and main. Pretty cool. So I pushed to main. And you'll notice that because it was run on main, since I changed to main, that pipeline is running right now. And this CI/CD pipeline is going to build the page, which is kind of neat. However, like I said before at the very beginning of the stream, some of the CSS gets a little wonky because of some things we need to fix in Jekyll. But we're going to do that in 1 second. So let's go ahead and head back to the repository. Thank you. I know you want me to do a merge request, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go to branches. And I'm gonna make main. I want to make main the default. I want to get rid of master. See, it won't let me delete it. It won't let me delete it. So let's go down to our settings. Let's go to here. Let's see if we can figure out where changing the branch happens. Badges, compliance, default, service desk, advanced. Archive, change path, transfer project, delete this project. Where do I feel like it was here? It's always fun when you haven't done something in a while to be like, I gotta go back and figure out where that happens. Let's see, no, don't download. Main, that's me looking at the branch. Yeah, I know. Maybe it's just in settings. Okay. General settings, visibility, project features, permissions. Let's expand that and see. Visibility, yeah. Public issues, yes. Repo, yes. Yes, 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 yes. All true. Not badges, not default, not service desk, integrations, webhooks, repository. Hey, branch defaults. Okay, settings, repository, branch defaults. There we go. I was looking for the branch defaults because I want to make main the default here. Now inside repo, inside branches. Now I can delete it. Now main is the default. So get out of here. No, thank you. I always forget that settings has so much. Like I go to settings and I forget that I'm in general here and there's all this down here. Let's see. There should be like a pages settings too. Not monitor. CICD. All right, next song. What are you doing? There we go. Thank you. Not auto, runners, variables, pipeline, deploy. I feel like the pages settings changed location recently too. Repository, are you in here? Pages, pages, pages. Let me see. Let's head to the docs, baby. Oh, actually, I forgot I have a cool new shortcut. Just type docs space. Oh, it's in my other one. Never mind. And on my work browser instance, just docs. Only appears after the first successful pages deployment. That's what I'm thinking too, but I'm also confused because it should be there. Right? Pages. Pages deploy. For some reason, I thought it was in CI/CD. I could always just refresh. Refresh. Let's see if there's anything changed. I'm confused too, so let's see what's happening here. So that's adding domains. No. Let's see, overview, basic HTTP, custom domains. We don't have custom domains. Prereqs. General project features. Boop. General. Project features. Project visibility. Wiki. Container registry. Repo. Yeah, pages. Only project members. Until that cache is invalidated. So it's enabled there. Save changes. Advanced. Change path, transfer, delete. Okay. Not there. Domains, DNS, configuration. Don't need. Global settings. That's all like administering GitLab anyway. No. GitLab chart with external GitLab pages, running GitLab pages on a separate server, set number. Just tell me about pages. There we go. Okay. Getting started. Create it from file. I'm using a template. That's what I did. Template. I did. Explore GitLab pages. If you're using to host your website. I wonder if I should just try and go to like the gitlab.io/metzing around. Slash, what did I call it? Static site practice. That's not spelled right at all. Static site practice. No, it just takes me to about. Deployment. Integrations? No. Maybe repo? Protected, deploy, tokens, deploy keys, no. Deployment's on the same level as settings. That's environments, feature flags, releases, pages! That was a really good find, Manu. When did that move there? Because it's been a hot minute. Thank you for your help. There it is. Yeah, I needed dashes. Boop. And then these are the gigantic icons that happen with a Jekyll page when you don't adjust your settings. So this is gigantic and it's not great. And we need to fix that. And there's a place inside of the settings where you can fix that. So down here, config.yaml is all the ways that Jekyll configures your static website when it runs. It's pretty dope. It's fantastic, but right here on base URL and URL, these are the problems that end up happening. These need to be redefined and changed in order for the CSS to know where to look. So the CSS is trying to find where everything is. It can't find the CSS folder. And so it just defaults to these gigantic icons, just massive icons. And that's just no good for anybody. And even like if you click on it, like it's wild. It's so bad. But that's just something you have to do when you're doing it. Like this particular template that exists, you have to adjust that in order for it to work. So let's go ahead and open the web IDE. And I'm gonna need to refresh for myself exactly how to do it. But notice that I was on the config page when I opened the web IDE and it took me right to it. So let's go ahead and do this. I think its base URL should be Metzen around /static site. Oh, the subpath, it needs to just be Metzen around, I think. Base host name. I'm going to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to double check something real quick. I'm going to check out one of my previous projects. Oh, it's a keycron. K4, is it clicky? Is it super loud? Do you hear it in the microphone? Hold on, I can tell by the microphone, watch. Yeah, oh wow, that's loud. Oh boy, I need to put a filter on this microphone because this boy's loud. I mean, I love the sound personally, but I also don't want people to have to like clack, 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 clack all the time during my streams, you know? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I don't want people to see my secrets. I'm opening my work stuff. Boom, boom. I would love some custom keycaps, but that's a lot of work. You know what I mean? I don't know that I'm up for all that work. Asmer. That's what the kids call it, right? All right, I'm just gonna pull this one out so it's not my whole dang thing. And we can come out of secrets now. Let's do PJ and screen. All right, so we have this thing called the DevOps education. Just pour, yeah, but like I'm not painting anything. Ugh. So this is our DevOps education group. I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna be doing. Honestly, I like the keycaps as is. Not with that attitude. That's right. Hey, Jacqueline, what are you doing here? I don't know, like with custom keycaps, I don't like the finger feel. I don't like, well, no one's gonna see it except me, you know? Like I'm the only one who sees it except when I go like, ooh, check it out, it's so pretty. I do like it a lot. Like it's Bluetooth, it's I can charge it. I just have a bunch of cords over here, like on the side, and it's when it's low on battery, I can just plug it in. It's fantastic. Listen, me streaming is not procrastinating, but it feels like it because I'm streaming this so that I can double check that I remember how to do the thing that I'm saying I'm going to write a blog post about, which is making static sites with GitLab. So it's not procrastinating. I'm calling this research. I need to get in here and check out I have an example of how you could do a chorus, and let's see, this is the front end style. So I'm like, hey, if you want to have a if you have a you want to build a static site for your class, here's an example of how you can do it and how you can use it. So this is a static site I made pretending to be a Python 101 course. This is what we're going to get to eventually, but I have like the syllabus that I wrote. It's my dad's, at Metz and around University. Classes in Ed. Thanks for the follow. It's Edward Metz Hall. That's my dad. And I just wrote like this pretend syllabus, and then there's issues inside GitLab. It's like showing them how you can use GitLab for, you know, school. So it's like, oh, like here's your week 1 homework. Yeah, Whips, you're more than welcome. Registration fees are steep, but you know, we'll see if we can get you some aid. It's 17 cases of Kickstart Mountain Dew to attend Metz and around University. But like I said, this is the static site that we're hoping to have built soon. But the reason I'm here is because the one I'm currently building, I needed to double check config.yaml. And so what we need to look at is base URL and URL. We need to define these better for the other config file. So here the way it works is it's the regular URL is like the first thing. So mine's going to be, instead of DevOps education, because if we look here, you'll see URL up here, devops-education.gitlab.io. I bet it does taste different, but Jackal, the thing you need to try is Mountain Dew Kickstart, the pineapple flavor. I discovered this energy drink, I want to say it was like 4 years ago when I was a teacher, and it was like $1 a can. And even now with inflation, it's still only like $1.50 a can when I find it. It is the tastiest, just absolutely delicious. Oh, where did my computer sound go? Y'all can't hear music anymore, can you? I've been listening to music this whole time. What was happening? Headphones and black hole. Frio, computer sound. No music. That's odd. Because it's been working up. So yeah, it just stopped, right? Which I appreciate your whenever you see it. Dollar Tree does have them. There's a Dollar Tree Express in downtown Orlando, and they had it there, and I was like, oh snap, it's so good. Yeah, like it just died. I wonder if I got like hacked. Not hacked, but they were like, oh, you can't use that music. But the Midnight has said it's okay to use their music. So I'm confused as to why I wouldn't be able to. See, now I'm trying to figure out why my music stopped working. And it's complicated with a Mac because you just can't automatically share sound on a Mac because reasons. So let's see here. Sound. Output. Headphones and black hole. That's right. Input. Yeah, it's the microphone, I guess. Let's say Elgato Wave 3 instead. Because I don't want it to be the wavelength microphone. It shouldn't be Spotify. Like, is that, let's see. Let me see if I can just youtube.com. Let's see here. That might be a good, all right, Deep House 2023. hope it's not loud. Nope. I'm not seeing anything show up on there. That's odd. Let me see. Because I know I have to have it on headphones and black hole. That's my little, because if I do this, I think I can't hear it. Let's see here. Stream Deck, don't fail me now. All right, I am. Yeah, when I'm playing from Spotify, I can't hear. I am using OBS, and I am. Wonder if I need to add a new computer sound for some reason, because it was working. Does it work in secrets? Interesting. Double click scene. I'm right clicking on scene and yeah, so I'm looking at it. It doesn't feel like computer sound was turned off. Like it's got the open eye and everything. Dang-a-lang. My chat box is working. My alert box is working when DevOps Jackie followed me a second ago. My camera's working. Desktop, the video's there. Computer sound. Let me look at the properties of this. What if let me delete it and add a new source. You know, let me see. New source, let's say audio output capture. We're gonna call it okay, and we're gonna say the default is black hole because that's what I have to use. Dang. Still no. Yeah. And the thing is, like, I can't check if this is working except on stream. So like this is my time to fix it. Static websites be darned. You know, because like just listening to me is boring. You know, I do have this fancy new microphone that does have like a whole like it's like the Wave 3 or whatever, but it came with like a audio management system, but I'm not a huge fan of it. You're not cursed. The Wave, this is a pretty good, I really like the, like just tapping the top of it on. Nothing. You can't hear nothing. It's pretty dope. I do wonder. I use this all the time in meetings. Like when I finish talking, I'll remember to hit the top more easily than I remember to click mute on Zoom. So just, it's real good. All right. So yeah, anyway, let me do the static website thing first. That's what the people are here for. That's what the viewers, they said, ooh, static websites. I want to learn. And the music they just don't care about. So I wonder if I can be really terrible and play it through my phone so the music just comes through the microphone. Oh, listen, this arm, fantastic. I love this arm. All right, let's listen to it from my phone. So now you all get the terrible sound quality of listening to music through someone's phone. We're calling it Low Tech Solutions this stream. That's what it's going to be. Now, I don't need this. Who needs headphones? Not me. I can see my ears now. All right. Actually, it's going to be really distracting. I know it. I just know it. Yeah, exactly. There's a guy next to you who won't stop listening to music. Everyone here wants to listen to my music, right? Right. Thanks, Jerry. All right, so this is the URL here. It goes through.io. That's the URL that's going to replace the URL keyword here. Base URL is everything after. all of that. See workshops, examples, Metz and around. These are like the different directories inside of the project. I don't know what a blue switch is actually. But here it is. Yeah, workshops, examples, blah, blah, blah. So if we're looking at our static website that I made right here, it's going to be metzandaround.gitlab.io is the URL. So let's copy that and head to the web IDE. That'll go here. And then the base URL is going to be everything after that. And that's just going to be boop, static site practice. And let me throw that there and get rid of that. Let me double check where my slashes need to go. Oh, keyboards. Oh, the blue switches for underneath the key. I think I got brown switches for mine because I wanted the tactile feel, but I didn't want like the push to make it click and the really loud click where it's like plastic, like snapping against itself. I did not get blues. I think I got browns. I do need to, y'all were just telling me you pull the keys off and you just put a new key on. It's simple. And I'm like, I know it's simple, but like I do need to pull it off because I can see like schmutz and stuff in there. I think I see like, that food? What are you? All right, if anyone wants to send me a can of air, I promise I'll use it for good. All right, education page, Hulu, IDE, Hulu. I believe I'm looking for here. Yeah. All right. So inside that YAML, we're doing the slash inside of URL as opposed to in base URL. I remember that's messed it up before too. So we're going to make sure we go back here. We're going to make a slash there. We're going to make no slash there. So it's not a double slash. Boop. Boop. This information is not as important. No, thank you. Okay, that should be good. A brush, huh? I don't know. I don't know. It sounds cool. It'll make me feel cool. This is the cool thing about the new GitLab Web IDE. VS Code right in the browser. I don't have to like control save anything. I just go right here, put my commit message, commit and push, and it just throws it on my repo. So the commit message for this is going to be hopefully fixed CSS, OCVSS. CSS commit and push. No, use the current branch main. Yeah. Oh, listen, everyone should be using GitLab static pages. It's for fun. The kids love it. I gotta tell you, the kids love it. Let's get out of that IDE. Let's go here. And if everything went well, our CI/CD should be running. And ain't it a beaut? It's running for hopefully fixed CSS. Let's go in here and see what's happening. That web IDE is new as of, I want to say like December 20th is possibly the rollout date for that. And it's technically beta. We have two web IDEs. There's this one is the new hotness. That's going to be the standard from now on. But let's say you really like the old one. You can go into your preferences and you can go into web IDE and you can opt out of the web IDE beta. And when you do that and you open a web IDE, go ahead and exit out of that because that's done. Let's say we go, now that that's picked, we're going to go back to static site practice. We're going to hit a period on our keyboard and it'll open the old web IDE now. Or it'll open VS Code again. That shouldn't have happened. Let's go to preferences. Let's go down and let's say, how about save changes? That's why it happened, PJ. Old web IDE, which is very like straightforward, doesn't have the other bells and whistles. More bells and whistles are coming, but if you're used to this, you can keep it. We're not making you change yet. All right, let's go back to the CI/CD for this. Have you finished? Ooh. Then let's go to deployments. Let's go to pages. I've noticed sometimes it does take like 5 or 10 minutes to like completely fix, but I do get nervous when like the CSS hasn't fixed entirely. So let's go and see. I do like the new web ID, so I'm going to go back and turn that off because I enjoy a little VS Code in my life. We are building a static site on GitLab, and we are running into some CSS issues that kind of come when you just use a standard template. So I need to check my YAML file, my config YAML file, and double check and see if it's correct. So let's go to config.yaml. There you are. The underscore put it up higher. Okay, so base URL, subpath of your site, base host name and protocol. So it should be, I wonder if I need more like the HTTP and stuff or the www. Yes, there we go. Maybe that's part of it. And then, yep, slash there. Yep, that should be working. Should be working. All right, let's see here. All right. So that should create the page because this is the page. This is the website, right? If everything goes according to plan, this should work. So let's exit out of this. Let's exit out of that. Let's go back to the repo. And let's go back to the IDE. I'm giving it a spin. I'm good. All right. HTTPS. I think I had it open somewhere else. Yeah, let's exit out of that. Leave. I'm good. I've got it open here. All right, so this should work now. Let's try it again. Add that to URL keyword. Commit and push. Use the current branch main. And that's going to make the CI/CD pop off again. I always love going in and looking at this because I feel like I'm in the Matrix. I get to see which runner it's using. And then I can send that runner like some flowers or something. Be like, thanks. Appreciate you. Still no output, huh? Wonder why that's happening. I'm going to need to go into my settings later and really see what I can make happen here. That's right. Hey, runner. Appreciate you. You worked so hard today on my static site. Sugar Overflow, you did a whole blog about choosing a static site generator. That's right. Send a runner flowers. They are minions. They are little tiny cute minions, and I love it. All right. I feel like I should like wait a second before I like actually click this because I don't want to click before it's actually ready and hurry it and rush it. I'm waiting. He's lost again. Come back, Bob. Every runner is Bob. No, still doing that, huh? I am going to give it a second because like I'm pretty sure this is correct, you know? And I will note that like I was looking at my other example to make sure I knew what I was doing. Ooh, Nat, get out of here. And this one is a completely different, like it's got so much more going on. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to steal this because this is what I've been doing is using this stuff. And maybe I'm going to make like an MR to fix our template to say, hey, make sure you fill out base URL and URL. And I found I've had to hard code these. I can't use variables here for some reason. It's just not quite like this should technically be able to be like whatever the base URL for your project is. But like, you know, I've had to hard code these every time I've done one of these static sites. So I'm going to copy all of that. Do like this. And then I'm going to copy base URL here, cut that, replace that there, and get rid of all that. PJ Learning. Again, static sites because, you know, description, watch me fail on Twitch as usual. This is my standard. I get on Twitch and I mess up. It's wonderful. Base URL, all of this stuff, contribute to this page using GitLab. Yes, yes, with the project URL, main, edit, pretty, yeah, okay. Making big changes is my commit message. Or actually, you know who does it? I think that's a good one. No, use the current branch main. Yes, let's watch that CI/CD fly again. Oh, honestly. To be fair though, like my typing is always a little off. When I'm taking notes in meetings, Sugar Overflow is always like trailing behind me, like right clicking and fixing typos. It is a curse. Shrug. Joe Carlson just made a TikTok about always using YOLO for his commits. I think it's even got like a face on it. It's like YOLO face. I feel like I have to take notes. You know why? Because every meeting I've been in, for some reason, taking notes seems to default to a woman. And that doesn't make sense to me. So, like, I'd rather be the one taking notes. Job succeeded. We'll see if that actually works, though. Again, I really ought to, oh, this is the thing I usually do. Deployments, pages. I update the description. Yeah, I'm just trying to do what I can. I update the description to actually be the URL for it. So that way you can always, in the project information, in the description, general, the URL is always there. Save changes. All right. Again, I really think I just need to wait a little and the CSS, because this has happened before where like the CSS, it just takes a second for it to like actually catch up for some reason. Not sure why, but again, you should not be putting up a static site 2 minutes before people are seeing it anyway. But yeah, I do know for certain that changing that config file is very, very important because again, if it's trying to find the CSS, it's inside of static site practice. Like to find it, it needs to go to a directory inside of your project, inside of your thing. So you have to tell it exactly where to look. And that's kind of the issue. Now, here's my thing. I've never used a static site generator other than Jekyll, but I know Sugar Overflow has. I know Sugar Overflow did a blog about static site generators. And I wonder if I should go and like make a stream where I just go through and I follow her notes on like the different static site generators. Like maybe I need Hugo. Honestly, I said at the beginning of this, I should learn Gatsby. I did say at the beginning I should learn Gatsby, if only to stay on theme. Our resident static site generator expert and owner of No Static Sites, Sugar Overflow. I've never, I mean, I can do it right now, I guess. Gatsby, GitLab. Gatsby, a GitLab. Edge, I am so sick of you doing this every time. I don't want this view. No. Focused. Get it out of there. Leave leave it like that forever. All right, you gonna do it? Yes, like that. Making me crazy. All right, let's try this again. Gatsby, GitLab, static site. Yeah. Examples, project template. All right, plenty of blogs. Let's go let's check out the doctor. Use Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Mine's huge. All right, how does y'all's look? Ooh. Okay. Okay. Source. Prettier. What's your config look like? I mean, what the heck, why not? While I'm waiting for this to catch up and realize that, you know, this is in fact fixed, because I guarantee it's not still. Yeah, it's still not. Let's go ahead and just make a new project and let's learn some Gatsby today. What do I have to lose? Themes is what Gatsby calls them. Let's just start from new project and just straight up go from the template that's given here. So let's try, yeah, PJ Gatsby static. You know what? No, we're staying in theme. Green light. I'm going to put that under users. We're going to do my favorite quote from Gatsby. Gatsby, enchanted objects quote. It's his his count of enchanted objects had diminished by 1. Ooh, let's get to it. Possibly it occurred. Yep. We're doing it. That's the description. All right. Public, as always, create project. Let's see what the CI/CD for this one is going to do. CI/CD editor. Looks like there's a test page, paths public, artifacts, dependencies, using Alpine. All right. Let's see how this works. Repository. Let's go ahead and open it in the IDE and take a look at these things. Let's see what we have to change or do differently. So we got a couple JavaScript files here. Config. I'm not touching any of this, I assume. Site URL. I feel like I have to change this stuff, right? Oof, where does that end? Oh boy. And the next one starts here, so that's that site metadata. So let's change the title. Title's gonna be PJ is trying his best. Then we're gonna have the description. Barebones starter. Ships with the main Gatsby configuration files you might need. Literally his best. Let's scroll back over. Author. Let's go ahead and throw that @ on there. And this. Was the best of the best. It was the best of times. He was the worst developer, but he tried his best. I don't want to change that in case like it pulls. goes from there. But honestly, I feel like I need to change the site URL. So let's do HTTPS blah blah blah. And what we have before? Metz and around .gitlab.io. And then let's go ahead and throw. What's the name of this one? Green light. So that's going to be green dash light. We'll see if that does anything. Okay. Ooh, contributing. Look at this. If you're contributing to GitLab. All right. So implement browser APIs. Okay. Server-side rendering APIs. I'm just going to ship this and see what happens. I have no faith at all that anything's going to happen here. Shrug. Wonder if I can actually copy from earlier. Oh yeah, there we go. Thanks for that, Jacqueline. Still on master because it's an old thinger. Let's go here. Let's refresh. CI/CD, are you running? Okay. Hopefully that makes the pages go. But we'll see. Let's let that run. We'll see if this has changed and fixed itself. Actually, I'm going to do in private window. You don't need to sign in to view a static website, do you? Bah. Is it a cache? Is it a cache problem? You never know when it's a cache problem. All right. Page is created. Java's not been triggered yet. We're waiting on build to finish. Come on. Ooh, so much deprecated. Well, NPM. So much deprecation. I wonder. Flowers to the runners. Who is it this time? Thanks, A8889181A. I appreciate your help. On the shared runners. Well, I believe in you. You can do it. See, the thing I always liked about Jekyll is like all I'm doing is editing Markdown. I feel like with Gatsby, I really need to actually like relearn JavaScript. All right, so yeah, I mean, this guy clearly had more stuff, you know? He's got loaders. He's got a prettier file in here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I need to stick to the Markdown ones because I think like this one is probably not that I like won't be able to do it. Like, I can get there, but my idea is doing this for like an educator who like Markdown is like they'll probably know JavaScript, but they won't know Gatsby. Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe. Let me see. Gatsby can use Markdown to create pages in your site. You add plugins to read and understand folders with Markdown, and from them create pages automatically. So use the plugin Gatsby Source File System to read files and let Gatsby create file nodes in its GraphQL data layer. So you just have to npm the Gatsby Source File System. So you add the plugin and create a folder in the source directory called content. So in the markdown file, yep, you create some key value. So you make some front matter. And apparently the slug is very important. The value that is assigned to the key slug is used for the final URL of the post. So whatever you want the URL to be, you make that slug. So you also need the Gatsby transformer remark. So you have to install that as well, and then a collection route. It does. I was thinking brains too, because of like, yeah, listen, sugar overflow. Same. We got the same idea here. This is looking a little more complicated than just straight up. Because like, look in our other project, which let me find one. Yeah, in our other static site, all I need to do is where are my files? Post layouts includes. All I have to do is make a folder. Here's how I have it in my other one. There it is. Inside here, inside repo, I just have a folder called course, and inside that I just add markdown files. You know, I give it a nav order. I say if it's a parent or a child. So it's a little different because like even here on this, there is index.md, and that's just the first page. So in here, let's turn this into index.md like I have in the other stuff. Whoop. And let's steal from my other page. Just open the file, just edit it. Yeah, just steal that. Boop. Ooh. Okay. Syllabus is available. Now let's just get rid of all this stuff. Boop. Who knows what's about to happen? Not me. Let's make that an H1. Joop, joop, joop. Does the H1 need to be touching? Do you need to be touching? Does the hashtag need to be touching? No. I always forget. All right. I have no idea what's about to happen. Let's do this. YOLO. And let's get that shrug again. Best of both worlds. No, use the current branch. Yeah, still huge there. All right. Thank you, IDE. You've been very useful. You as well. Get on out of here. Get that going. And let's see. All of that happened. All of that happened. Deployments, pages. All right, this is my green light page. Huh. PJ is trying his best. That's nice that it's like builted. It's done. So the Gatsby site worked. All right. So the Gatsby site generated, and that's good. Let's see. Where did hi people welcome to? Where did that come from? I want to know where that came from inside here. Maybe in source pages. index. Yep, links. Hi people, welcome to your new Gatsby site. So you can write it in HTML. And then everything else just stays the same. So if I wanted to change it, I could just be like, yeah, just make new paragraphs and, ooh, I have to brush up on my HTML. It's been a hot minute. I've been really enjoying just using Markdown with Jekyll. Like that's part of what I really liked. And when we looked on how to do Markdown pages, it involves not an absurd amount of work, but like it's not quite as automagic as I'd like. But then again, I'm currently having the problems of automagic with these dang old Jekyll generator too. Where you at? Where you at? Bam. Because that's causing problems as well. When's the last pipeline that ran on that? It passed. It's done a minute ago. Sometimes I worry. Sometimes I wonder. And oftentimes, when I have a Jekyll site that has worked, like with my work one, basically what I started doing is I was like, this one works, and I've just been like forking it. Let's go ahead and leave. Yeah, I don't want to mess anything up. Just been like, let's fork that, and then remove the fork, and then it works like that. Works because this config file has the base URL and the URL in it. It's got that. It's got the directory, because that's how it looks here. Now this other one, my personal one, this one is when you look at its repo and we look at the config.yaml file, base URL, static site practice, HTTPS, GitLab IO. It is similar, if not the same. Collapse that sidebar. There we go. It just doesn't have the folder there. Because again, looking at this, that's the URL, and then this is the base URL. It's like when we're at home, that's what it should look like. When we're at syllabus, that's kind of interesting. Where does course come in? Well, that's funny. Oh yeah, the CSS goes with. I noticed like the front matter isn't working either. What's happening here? What did I mess up? Where have I caused a problem? Fatima, what did I do? This is one of those things where I was like, I've made so many static sites and it's always worked. And now I'm confusing myself and like messing things up, which is very funny. So let's go to index HTML. Oh, I know why. Index rename. .md. And get rid of that front matter. And there. LOL. Commit and push. Nope. Now the other issue is I keep finding things to like change and push. I did forget to give the minions a snack. You're right. Oh, dang. They do need a banana. Boop. All right, we'll see what happens here. Not entirely hopeful. I always think like I'm always like I've got this. I've got this. And then like I don't got this. Oh yeah, Jacqueline. Absolutely. Absolutely done. I will happily do that. I will dress up like a minion, no problem. No problem at all. My brain was like, yeah, I'm just going to stream. I literally decided to stream today at like 10 a.m. And I was like, hey, I'm going to stream. And I'm going to do static websites because I know what I'm doing. And it turns out I didn't. Just so funny. I really think it's going to fix itself. If I'm being totally honest, I'm pretty sure it's going to fix itself. It'll just like snap into place and it'll be like, oh, okay, sorry. I was reading the old CSS. Or like it's a cache problem, you know? Honestly, and this is my issue. Like I just do impromptu stuff for the most part. I'm like, yeah, let's just dive in. Oh. All right, let's get out of here. Gatsby is very neat. I am just so out of practice with JavaScript that I feel like if I went to try and do it, it'd be like learning something completely new out of nowhere. I'd be terrified. Ooh, what's in the issues? In the examples? Templates appear to be out of date. 2 years ago. Ah. Has this been resolved? Interesting. Oh, good. Oh, good job pushing your blog up for you. It's always nice to get that like in someone else's hands, right? You're like, okay, it's your turn now. You feel like you're learning? I feel like I'm actively forgetting as I go through it. But I've got my lucky hat on. This hat, by the way, is, I don't know if you can see, it's corduroy. Oh yeah. I figured, and that's the thing, Sugar. I thought I was comfortable with it. I thought I was like, yeah, static sites. I've been doing it. Like I know what I'm doing. Been proven wrong. Again and again, I've been proven wrong. But no, it's not a big deal. Like it's very much like I don't like to like sit and like do I was like, oh, okay, I want to do a stream because it's gonna make me do it. If I didn't stream, I probably wouldn't have actually done this. I would have like looked at all my to-dos and things have been like, oh, maybe. But yeah, like this is acting as my like, oh, you do need a refresher. Oh, you do need to remember. And actually here, how about this? I'm going to change the title. And now this stream is officially called PJ Forgets How to Do Static Sites with GitLab. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is like, this is all like, I am gonna like give this like 20 minutes. Like I'm gonna give the static site for Jekyll 20 minutes. You know, come back and see if its CSS has kicked itself into gear somehow, which I don't know how, but like, you know, it's there. Like you, and I've told you in the config file what the URLs are, you know? What is Timebox? Can I? So strange. Because I like, it's funny because like, oh, well, it did update. Who knows what's about to happen? Not me. Watch me fail on Twitch. All right, what is going on with this? All right, it's time. It's time. Here we go. Doesn't load when using absolute paths. CSS local Jekyll. GitLab page doesn't appear. Hosting a Jekyll is not doing anything for First time. Let's see. All right, Stack Overflow from 2017. Loading time static site slam poetry. I just cut that video for my my DevOps slam poem. DevOps poetry slam. I just downloaded the whole day of DevOps and cut it. Giving something a finite time period before you dump it and move. Oh, time boxing. Interesting. Is it normal? Successfully public group pages. Yeah, group pages are no problem. Set up the base URL. Yes, that's the answer. Hit me. Absolute URL setting. URL style relative. No, that's not it. That's lector. Username, project name. Problem is my index HTML wants to load static files under static. They will search for static files. So yeah, you need to name the base URL and the URL, which I have done. Watch this, huge icons. This is how I found it before. There we go. I know this is GitHub pages, but this is the same problem I'm having. Generate it, blah, blah. As your site is not at the root of the domain, but in a directory, you have to set base URL variable. It's equivalent to base URL. Okay, so the problem is it's not finding. It's not finding. Oh, I'm not zoomed in enough. Yes, accept the cookies. Give me cookies. It's not finding the CSS file. It's not finding main.css because it's looking for CSS/main. Oh, wait. Yeah, base URL. I want to actually give it time to work, but also I want to see if moving the slash over will help. All right, we are in config. Let's do that. And let's see what that does. Oh boy. I'm not confident in my abilities to know what I'm doing. It's a pretty good commit message, I think. That's a really good idea. I think if I do a browser inspect, maybe it'll be like, hey, where's your CSS at? All right, so we got to let this load anyway. We got to let the next pipeline go. For commit message. A history of commit messages, saying what's happening, being like, oh, hopefully this did. I added this, and then just chaos afterwards. Chaos. I only plan for this to be an hour-and-a-half stream, so I have 7 minutes left before I have to do real work. Heaven knows I don't want my boss to see this and be like, PJ, you spent all day failing on stream. How about you do something real? No, my boss wouldn't say that. My boss is amazing. I'm very fortunate. Very, 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 very fortunate. I'll put these back on so I can listen to music. At least I get to listen to music. At least I get to listen to this album. Boom, boom. Yeah, I'm going to have to mess around with the properties later. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. My new slice. I'm not confident in my abilities to know what I'm doing. Oh, it passed. We're winning. Okay, deployments, pages. Get out of here. Get out of here. It ain't gonna work. What? the slash. It was the slash. Oh, no way. It was the slash. Like, look. There's the commit. I'm not confident in my abilities to know what I'm doing. Here's the changes. Okay, maybe adding a slash at the end. Hell, I don't know. I changed too much. The magical. You know what? Actually, this might be funny. I'm going to look at the commit history for that other static site that I already had made. Let's see what's going on here. All right, let's go to the project page. Kick this out. We have 39 commits. Issue page links. Yeah, base URL. Added pages and syllabus. Another URL fix. We'll see what the changes were. Oh, that's just an actual URL fix. Let's see. That's the git pod, because I was doing this in git pod. It was the excludes. Base URL and URL set. The leading slash. It used, but on the other one, it doesn't have, because like check, like most recent commit on this. That's in courses. No, let's look in the repo. Bye. Thank you for stopping by, Jackie. Welcome to my Twitch channel. Config. See, it's not leading here. It's trailing on this one. And it doesn't have an ending one here. I wonder honestly if it's just that it just fixed itself. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna revert. I'm gonna make a new commit. I'm gonna see if I can break it. It is a different style. That's interesting. It doesn't have any, there's no secondary pages or anything. Those don't exist. Yeah, it's different because in the GitLab one, in this one, it's because it goes DevOps Education is the group, then it goes Workshops Examples. So you have to have the directories, but in mine, there's just a project. So this is directory. Let's do screen only for a second so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, directory project, right? This is just like, it's the name of the group, or its namespace, .gitlab.io. That's always the same for the URL. Then if you have directories, you have to say what the directories are in order to get to the actual project, because that way it knows to look in the project for the CSS folder, which, like, if we look inside here, you can see that there's a straight up SAS folder right here. Now I'm wondering, is mine a CSS folder? Now, does the other one have a CSS folder? Interesting. See, and this might be the issue, is I've been just forking this. Like this project, I've just been forking it from one that I knew worked, like all the way to DevOps Education. there's a way to do a group level page, and we have that here. And because I liked this style, we have just been forking this from something that an intern named Alejandro made a hot long time ago. Like Alejandro made it, it was working, and I was like, bam, I'm just using that from now on. So I've just been forking this project over and over, and then changing in the config.yaml base URL stuff. This one doesn't need a base URL because it's a project level GitLab page. Pretty cool. Honestly, this is all, I can't believe it started working. That really cracks me up, like really cracks me up. But I am absolutely going to try and break it now and see if it actually breaks it. Got to try and break stuff because that's important. Because if it doesn't break, then it tells me that it was just time. Was it time? Or are you broken? Was it time or are you broken is the name of my new emo album. Yeah, at least it's working. Fatima, every time I talk about, like, when I get excited about something working, I want to say, like if I'm hoping it's going to work, I always want to be like, inshallah, this will work. And, like, it reminds me of the time I think I said it to you in a one-on-one one time, and you were, like, cracking up. And it's, like, one of the highlights of my life was you laughing like that. All right. Oh, well, I can't go check if it's working now yet because still running. Let's see what happens here. All right, runner 122-70831 with a AIM-looking username. XXErkryX. All right, job succeeded. Let's see what's going on here. It's time. I think it's just time. Thank you, runners. Your flowers are coming. All right. So, like, knowing that, like, that means, like, in my instructions and when I'm talking to people, and I'll bring myself back on screen. Hello, I'm back. Don't worry. This means to me that, like, it's very important that I tell people, like, you have to give it like 20, 30 minutes. Make sure that the base URL is there. Make sure the URL's, like, make sure all that's correct. But you need to give it time. You need to leave it alone for a bit because it takes a while to figure it out, and eventually it goes, oh, sorry, I've been doing this wrong. But yeah. We did it, folks. They said it couldn't be done, and they were almost right. All right, I'd love to start streaming more. This was a great way to spend some time because, again, it got me working on a thing that I had been, like, not putting off, but, like, not getting to. So that's it. New tattoo. I need to put some lotion on it. It's so dry. Happy Tuesday. 4-day work week. And yeah, ta-da. Indeed, Jellyman. All right. Thanks for coming through, y'all. I'll see y'all next time.